Hello, hello. So today I wanted to talk about something that I've been thinking about and kind of just mapping out for myself. Um, as a realtor, we get to create our own business. We get to set the stage for why we do what we do, how we do it, um, what it means to us, and how to make it go and hit the goals that we want to hit, um, whatever they are, right? So, in thinking about that, I've really come to understand that each one of us, and this goes beyond real estate. This is just in life, and it's something that um, having lived the experiences I've lived and getting to the place where I am now in my life as a person, as a woman, as a mom, as a community member that I've just gotten to, right? So there's a thought that there is a right way to live your life. And a lot of us have put faith, time, and energy into believing and trying to live to an expectation of what that good life is supposed to be based on somebody else's definition of what it is. And for each of us as human beings, as family members or coworkers or whatever it is, have maybe ingrained in us some expectation of how we should live life. And I just want to say that who you are and what you believe in as far as what makes sense for you and how you feel you should live your life is right. And if you can come to that realization without being bogged down with somebody else's expectations of what that is, that's that's golden. That's really um, an introspection that's hard to get to. So, what I want to talk about today is your path. Each one of us has a unique and solitary path of their own. And what does path mean, right? So, um, for me, a path can be made up of several aspects, right? So, there's the overall path that when you look back in 10, 20, 30 years, you'll see what your path was. But because we're in it and we're forging it, we can't exactly describe what that path is because we're creating it as we go. But there are pieces of it that are helping us build it and forge through this life. And I've broken it down into four different aspects. So there's my path, and the building blocks for that are my space, my planning and execution, my mental balance, and my timing. And um, I've pulled out each and every one of these for specific reasons. And I want to tell you for sure that it's taken me a long time to realize um, that I have my own way of doing things, planning things, um, creating a space for myself that is an environment that allows me to be who I am and to execute the way I need to, that adds to my mental balance, and timing as well is unique to everyone. Yes, we have a clock. Everybody has a clock. We have Eastern Standard Time for where I am. You might be, um, oh my gosh, out in Colorado and have a different timeline there. So, or out on Pacific Coast, whatever your timeline is, your time zone is not definitive of what your timing is, right? So, um, just a simple example. As a realtor, there's other people who get into real estate and they've had 10 closings in a 6-month period. And, you know, Julie over here hasn't had one, but the next month maybe she's getting two. Like everybody has their own timing, their own time for things to transpire, and their own timing for the way they execute things. So, yes, there's some immediate things like if you are experiencing a heart attack, don't wait. There's no timing for that. Call the ambulance. But overall, in our life, we each have our own timing. We have an internal clock that speaks to us. Some people are night owls, some people are morning people. Some people like to dig in and eat the frog and get those hard tasks done immediately. And other people like to nibble away at it, and, it might take them a week to get that task done, but they get it done. And maybe they get it done more efficiently. So I think it's really important to know what these pieces are for you, to discover who you are for them. And so not only identify them, but be okay with um, living with them, right? An acceptance of what your space needs to look like or be. So you don't have to go live in Susie's office, but Susie has to be okay living in her office and getting her stuff done. So we have to think about what works for us. And it's okay if it doesn't look like what works for Susie or Joe or John or Fred or your mother or your father or your sister or your brother. So each of us has our own mechanisms. And I mean, if you think of it as cogs of a clock, they're all just different looking cogs that help get us to where we need to go. And it's just a really important piece that I have taken 54 years to understand, that I am good. I am right in who I am and how I do things and how I forge my path. So, if no one's told you this today, you are amazing. You are right where you need to be. You are who you need to be. So, when you are working on whatever goal, whatever path, whatever life you are living, just know that only you can decide how to create it, how to execute it, and how to live it. So, anyway, that's our little talk today. Next time, I'm going to talk more about space and different elements we can add or subtract for that. What that means. What does that space, my space, along the path mean for you? All right. Thanks a lot. I will see you next Friday. I was supposed to film Friday, this past Friday, but did not happen. My timing did not line up, and it's okay. So I'm here today, and then I'm going to do another one probably Friday, but I am also going to be at a skating competition. So wish me luck, and we'll see you in a week. Thanks so much. Have a great day.